You cannot escape the science of progress. You see it as you navigate all of that construction, and we have barely scratched the surface of what is possible. Once the water transfer to citizens is complete, we will have hundreds of millions of dollars more to invest into our streets and sidewalks and to demolish abandoned properties. And at the same time, utility customers will have rates 25% lower than they otherwise would have been. 2 weeks ago, we unveiled another $32 million in improvements for the year ahead, and that's just for starters. These projects touch all 9 townships in areas people thought the city had forgotten. It will fix problems from our inner city neighborhoods all the way out to the outer edges of the county. Now, I apologize in advance for the traffic backups ahead, but a little hassle for a short while is more than worth the long-term benefits to our community. And as we address our streets and our sidewalks, we must deal with abandoned homes. They attract crime, they reduce property values, and they pose a significant health risk to our families and children. Last year, we demolished a record 675 abandoned homes. That is 4 times more than usual, but we will do even more in 2011. But tearing down is simply not enough. We must use these opportunities to build an attractive urban environment, and one of the most important rebuilding projects must be our schools. Indianapolis needs schools that parents want to move to, not from. Indianapolis public, private, and public charter schools are making progress. It is simply false to say that all public schools are failing. We have some outstanding public schools in our community, but we also have too many schools that are failing our children. And I want to thank Roland Dorson from the Greater Indianapolis Chamber of Commerce for spearheading the Common Goal Initiative that provides graduation coaches and mentors in our public schools. Roland. And as the debate rages about the best way forward on education reform, I have 3 guiding principles to measure success. 1, reward innovation, including charter and magnet schools. 2, reward good teachers and administrators. And 3, give children and parents a choice. And one example of these principles in action is our charter schools. We set high standards and hold our charter schools accountable. It is hard to argue with the fact that 90% of graduates from mayor-sponsored charter schools enroll in college. Better schools, good jobs, repairs to our long-neglected streets and sidewalks. These accomplishments each support the foundation from which great neighborhoods rise. We are making major strides toward Indianapolis becoming the most livable big city in America, but we still have a lot of work to do. And so together, we will do that work. A thriving urban environment requires more than homes, streets, and schools. It must sustain the lifestyle of our urban residents, and that includes regional mass transit. Indianapolis simply cannot continue its remarkable growth as a city without a modern regional mass transit system. That is why I assembled IndyConnect, a group of business leaders to develop a well-thought-out plan with public and private input. And this year, IndyConnect will study the cost and benefits of its proposal. But I will not ask taxpayers to invest a single dollar in a mass transit system that does not make economic sense or benefit the entire region for decades to come. And I am also proud to have created the city's first Office of Sustainability. I'm equally proud that the Indiana Association of Cities and Towns named Indianapolis the 2010 Green Community of the Year. But there is still so much more we need to do. We are building rain gardens, urban gardens, and bike lanes. We have doubled the number of homes and the amount of material picked up through curbside recycling, but still, Too few people even know it is available in Indianapolis. So last month, we started a pilot program to provide curbside recycling containers and 90 days of free service to about 10,000 homes on the northeast side of town. And I hope people take advantage of this free trial and more people sign up as we expand these free trials over the next year. Now, with the Super Bowl less than a year away, our next moment in the world spotlight is nearly upon us. But let's keep in mind, it is only a moment. The greatness we seek as a community is larger than the capacity for any one-time event to shape an entire era. The city of Indianapolis benefits more when we put the needs of the next decade ahead of the next day, or the next year, or the next election. We are more likely to succeed when we reach out, when we listen, and when we make the decision to move forward together. In areas big and small, we are moving Indianapolis forward. Thousands of our friends and neighbors hold the promise of a new job because of our aggressive pursuit of economic growth, and we are not done. We are moving Indianapolis forward by making the tough choices that eliminated a projected $170 million budget deficit, and we will pass another honestly balanced budget this year. We are moving Indianapolis forward with new streets and sidewalks in areas previously thought forgotten, and we are moving Indianapolis forward by not shirking our responsibility to lead. If something needs to be done, we will do it, and we will find a responsible way to pay for it. Now, on all sides of this arts garden, you can see the panorama of a city boldly moving forward. Who knows? Maybe 100 years from now, the mayor of Indianapolis will marvel at the progress that we have made together as they look back on this milepost of forward momentum. It is a possibility. If we continue to choose progress over politics as usual, if we continue to reward innovation and oppose inaction, if we continue to come together in support of our common goal of moving Indianapolis forward, forward for all of the city, forward for the long haul, and forward to a very strong and prosperous future for generations to come. So I want to thank you for coming tonight and for caring as much as you do about this great city of ours. Let's keep moving forward together, and we will do that. Thank you so much.